Listen to hundreds of hours of YouTube videos on self and personal development, and what almost always tended, is that even a word? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking play. We are back again with the final video of January. We're here, promised 3 videos, and this is the 3rd one. And today, like I said last week, we are talking about action. So we've talked about finding something that you care about. We've talked about overcoming your fears. We've talked about gaining some courage. And now finally, once you gain the courage, now you gotta do something about that thing that you've set for your life. Those goals that you've written down at the start of the year. Now you have to keep them in motion now. Start moving with them. Start seeing them through. Start doing the things that are going to, make them materialize and come to be, because it's no point dreaming about something, no point writing something down, no point meditating about something, no point going out there, coming on YouTube, learning stuff, and then doing nothing about it. You gotta do something about it. You have to move. So it's easier said than done, really, and I think this is where most people fail. Like, this is where most people end, right? You plan your life, the new year starts, you get your resolutions down, you get your vision down, you get your goals down, you figure out what your purpose is, and you write that down. And then when it comes time to work on that, when it comes time to actually start moving with that vision, start moving with those goals, you fall back. So several things happen that cause people to kind of like fall back into their default setting, fall back into the type of person they've always been. Because remember, like I said in the very first video that I posted on this channel, is that the reason why we do all these things is because we know we can be better. We know that there is more that we can give to the world. Like, there is more of us that the world should be experiencing. We know that, we understand that within us. All right, but we are not living up to who we are every single day. And so we sit down in our minds, we know that we have to do something to change that. We know we have to do something to improve our lives. And so that it's almost like there's a beckoning voice within us, calling us to improve, calling us to be better, calling us to change our lifestyles, to live up to the life that we see and imagine within us. And so that voice calls to us, and it prompts us to write down our visions. It prompts us to write down our goals. It prompts us to take a step, whether it's by learning something, it's by improving yourself and gaining further competence in other stuff, right? It prompts you to do that. But that's something that is built within you. It's like something that checks your level, checks where you're at. And if it figures out that you're not living up to what you think you should be, it prompts you, and that makes you feel bad. So you go out and you start planning and plotting for your life and changing your life, trying to live up to what you see in your mind. But what almost always tends to happen is that as soon as you start doing something within yourself, you don't feel as bad anymore. You don't feel as depressed at the state of your life. You don't feel as depressed for the fact that you're not where you think you should be or where you see yourself to be. That it's almost like you've quenched or satisfied that voice somehow by making a first step, right? By doing something. And for others, for me personally, if I was to talk about me, every single time I'd find myself in a situation where I'm not feeling so great about myself and I feel like I can do more, I can be more, I would always just jump onto the bandwagon of self-development, personal development. You mentioned them. I've read the books. I think some of them are there. You can even see them. Jim Rohn, you mentioned, you name him. Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki. I've read all the books that they've dropped. I have listened to hundreds of hours of YouTube videos on self and personal development, and what almost always tended, is that even a word? What almost always happened with me was that as soon as I started learning and I started to like pick up new skills, it's like I convinced myself that I'm doing something, and so that voice within me that beckons me to change, that voice within me that forces me to be better than I can be, it goes quiet because it thinks, hey, he's learning something, so he's obviously, he's obviously going to do something about it. And guess what? As soon as that voice went kaput, I went kaput. There was nothing convicting me to be better. There was nothing challenging me to be more than I am. I satisfied myself. I thought I'd done enough. But there is no point learning stuff that you're not ever going to put into practice. There is no, it's pointless. You're wasting your time. I'm wasting my time. Everybody's wasting their time. You understand? So whatever you learn, you have to put in practice. You have to utilize. You can't just have knowledge sitting in your head doing nothing about it. And that's where today's video comes in. Action. Action, action, action. So once you learn all these things, once you go through all the videos that I've been dropping, and you feel pumped up and you've got some courage within you, you gotta move out now. Like, I don't want you sat on YouTube every single time listening to videos. I want you out there doing something that is going to bring your vision into reality, that is going to bring those dreams that you have into reality. I want you out there doing something and pushing through, right? There is a saying that says that a journey of 1,000 miles, begins with the first step, right? You have to decide to take that first step. You have to take that step, and then you have to decide to take every step after that. The second step, the third step, and the fourth step. And it's not going to be easy. You could be on the second step for 1.5 years. But you can't just quit and give up and return to what you're used to, and return back to what's normal, go back into your comfort zone. You have to decide to take that step every single day, no matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it becomes, no matter how hopeless the situation looks and feels. You always have to decide to take that step, and that's where you come in. That is your part. I talked about courage last week, and I gave a story of Jesus, and I was saying that when he was he was at the Mountain of Olives, and he was praying to God and asking God to take the cup away from him, that if he may not die, you'd rather not die. And I was saying that is an example of what true courage is, and I still stand by that. That brother knew what he was getting himself into. He knew exactly what was about to happen, because he was God, so he understood exactly the ridicule that he was going to go through, the pain that he was about to experience, everything that he was going to go through, being crucified, nailed to a cross to die for a people that don't even know that he's doing it for them in that moment. Right? He knew what he was about to go through, but he went through it anyway. He chose to take that step. And that is the same grit that you're going to have to show if you're ever going to see your dreams come to pass, if you're ever going to see your life come to pass, if you're ever going to see the things that you plan come to pass. You're going to have to show the same type of grit, knowing that things are difficult, things are hard, but you are still pursuing, you're still pushing through and deciding every single day to take that next step. You see, I always like this this saying that floats around the internet. I don't even know who said it. Maybe I should do some research in that. They said that being married is something that you choose every day. It's because it's so hard. It's not a walk in the park, that every single day you have to choose to be married to this person. You have to choose to accept their weaknesses. You have to choose to accept all the little annoying stuff that they do and still love them. Right? Choose to take the step every single day. There's a biblical text in the Old Testament that says something along these lines, and I'm paraphrasing. I'll drop the scripture, the actual scripture, in the description below, and you can go read it further for yourself. But it says something along these lines. It says, before you I have set life and prosperity, and death and destruction. Say, choose life, that you and your children may live. Last week I spoke about choosing to live, and I said choosing to live is harder than choosing to die. He said, choose life, that you and your children may live. I want you to take this as a personal call to action for you, for your life. Whatever you have planned for yourself, whatever it is you're working on this 2020, whatever it is that you are doing to better yourself, to change your life, to be more, you know, more than you've been the years before, and to start living your true self, whatever it is you're doing, do it with your family and the kids, your future kids in mind. Because if you thrive, they are going to thrive. If you do well, they are going to do well. It's all about how much effort you are willing to put in. It's all about not quitting, not giving up. You understand this 1,000-mile journey that you are on. You know, there's no point taking 10 steps and then going back because things got difficult. You're gonna have to choose every single day to do something to see your dreams come to pass. All right, guys, I know today it was a short one. I'm really working on actually compressing my videos to about 10 minutes. So I really thank you very much, guys, for staying all the way to the end, for watching these videos. I hope you've been blessed. I hope you found something valuable in all the videos that I've been dropping this month. I thank you very much again. Thank you very much once again for clicking play and subscribing. And also, I want to encourage you. I didn't start these videos so that I can talk and you guys can listen to me talk. It was all about starting a conversation online and you guys, you know, dropping in the comment section below and discussing these things, because I want to learn from you. Also, I know you guys have got a wealth of knowledge that you're ready to share. So please get the conversation started, and I'll see you in the next one. But always remember, endure, never falter. All right, guys, see you next week.